Good morning. So we are out here today at Purgatory Falls to test out kind of a new gear setup. So I got my smaller bag on because I didn't want to bring absolutely everything, including the kitchen sink, and don't have my tripod on me, but I have added this lovely 1-gallon jug of water. It is a vacuum flask, so theoretically it will keep water cold throughout an entire hike, or from freezing if it's a extremely cold day. But I'm also have this hooked into my backpack, so hopefully it adds a little bit of relief there. But otherwise, it's a damp day, so we'll see if we get anything from the falls. But I am cautiously optimistic. Okay, so definite downside to this thing is every time it moves, it sloshes, which is fine. It is a little annoying, but it also means that probably doing walk and talks is not super feasible, as the intro might have indicated to you. So I just need to remain perfectly still while I talk to the camera. Yeah, so the other negative is I look like an absolute dork, but that ship sailed a long time ago, so not too worried about that. All right, now that we're a little bit away from the very, very noisy but beautiful waterfall, the water jug isn't actually the only piece of gear I'm testing today. I also have this, well, the lens. I've obviously had the camera for a while, but this is a 100mm macro. So not only is it going to give me short telephoto of 100mm, it also is going to allow me to focus pretty close up. Ideally, under ideal circumstances, with very careful distance control and all that, you can get a 1-to-1 reproduction, which means that for every inch that something takes up in real life, it takes up an inch of the sensor. Now, the sensor isn't, it's larger than an inch, but it's not so many inches. But the idea is that you can photograph stuff up really, really close. It looks awkward as heck to do it in the field, and most of the time, when people are doing like very high level macro photography, it's usually in a studio under very good lighting conditions with a camera that is very specifically focused. There are macro sliders that you can put on top of a tripod head so that you can move the focus in just to where you want it. Obviously I'm out hiking, I don't have my tripod on me, I don't have any of that fancy gear on me, but we can still potentially get some pretty good macro. It just looks a little awkward when you walk up to a tree and kind of stick the whole camera into it. Well, that's going to do it. I'm not going to go to the upper falls. Never seem to be satisfied with the amount of effort versus getting up there. But as for the gear, the water jug worked fine. I mean, it worked kind of as expected. The pulling of the weight forward from the backpack was kind of nice. It just meant that it wasn't pulling me, you know, as backward. So that was nice from a balance perspective. I don't know if it's going to become my you know, standard hydration solution for hiking. It does carry more than my 3-liter bladder that I normally use, but at the same time, the bladder is a little bit more convenient, and it doesn't have all this extra metal around it, so it doesn't weigh as much. I mean, the water is still going to weigh something, right? But at the end of the day, it was a good experiment. I think I got a macro shot or two. But otherwise, you know, a productive, if a little damp and mossy and overcast day. So, you know, I'm just going to sit here and enjoy the creek and then head on back. In fact, why don't you enjoy the creek yourself? I'll see you when I see you.